Let us start today's important news. Today is April 24th. India have taken a retaliatory measure against Pakistan. As you all know, we can assume that Pakistan sponsored this terror attack. India wanted to give a big lesson. Definitely, we hope that India should give a big lesson, very big lesson to Pakistan. And yesterday, Cabinet Committee on Security, CCS, the Cabinet Committee on Security have taken 5 important key decisions with respect to Pakistan on April 23rd. The most important decision, Indus Water Treaty of 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect. Indus Water Treaty 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjuses its support for cross-border terrorism. The second important point, the integrated checkpost Attari will be closed with immediate effect. Those who have crossed over with valid endorsements may return through that route before 1st May 2025. The third important decision, Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under the SARC visa exemption scheme. The fourth important decision, the Defense, Military, Naval and Air advisors in the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi are declared persona non grata. They have a week to leave from India. India will be withdrawing its own Defense, Navy and Air advisors from the Indian High Commission in Islamabad. These posts in the respective High Commissions are deemed to be annulled. Strong decisions against Pakistan. Indus Water Treaty 1960 will be kept in abeyance with immediate effect. You all know, Indus is a lifeline for Pakistan. Indus, Chenab, Jhelum were given to Pakistan, and Pakistan farmers, Pakistan common man definitely will face the heat. Indus Water Treaty was brokered by World Bank between India and Pakistan, and this treaty is, from the last few years, India is discussing about this treaty. Now, India completely put that treaty in abeyance. This is the first important step India have taken. And integrated checkpost at Attari will be closed. Integrated checkpost at Attari will be closed with immediate effect. Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under SARC visa exemption scheme. The most important thing, the Defense, Military, Naval, Air advisors in the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi are declared as persona non grata. According to Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, declaration of persona non grata means you won't enjoy diplomatic privileges anymore. You will be treated as an ordinary foreigner. All diplomatic immunities and privileges will be suspended for you. And India will be withdrawing its own Defense, Navy and Air advisors from the High Commission in the Islamabad. So, these are the important decisions taken by the Cabinet Committee on Security after reviewing the overall security situation and directed all forces to maintain high vigilance. These are the important things. And in this water treaty, though it looks like we are weaponizing the water, but still, it's a very, very small step which we have taken against Pakistan. That too, according to me, it's a delayed step. It would have been done long back. Coming back, today is April 24th. Today is National Panchayat Raj Day. National Panchayat Raj Day is marked every year on April 24th in India. The day is observed to commemorate the historic occasion of April 24th, 1993, when the Constitution 73rd Amendment Act was passed in the year 1992. It celebrates the importance of grassroots level democracy, strengthens local governance, and helps empower rural communities. The Panchayat Raj system is a 3-type system, as you all know: Gram Panchayat, Mandal or block level, and Jilla. Jilla means district level. The word Panchayat comes from the word Panch means 5, Ayat means assembly. It refers to a traditional system where a group of elders from a village would come together to solve the problems of the village. And you all know, our grassroots level democracy is a very big successful program, and people got really empowered with Panchayat institutions. And in our Indian Constitution, Article 40 also speaks about organization of village panchayats. It's a Gandhian dream. As Gandhiji said, India lives in villages. And we are celebrating the Panchayat Raj Day. We are celebrating the Panchayat Raj Day. And coming back, again, the big news that is coming up, earthquake jolts Turkey. Tremors of 6.2 magnitude hit the Sea of Marmara, shakes Istanbul. So regularly we are observing the phenomena of earthquakes. Recently we have seen Southeast Asian countries including Myanmar facing the earthquake. Now, earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 6.2 shook Istanbul on April 23rd. Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Agency said that there is no immediate damage or there is no casualty. The earthquake had a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. According to the US Geological Survey, its epicenter was some 40 kilometers southwest of Istanbul in the Sea of Marmara. In the Sea of Marmara. Your job is to locate the Sea of Marmara in Turkey. So you have to locate Sea of Marmara in Turkey. The pathetic situation is exactly 2 years back in the month of February 2023. In Turkey, 7.8 magnitude earthquake occurred and almost 6,000 people got killed in that earthquake. So immediately after 2 years, they have seen one more earthquake. Next important news, Kailash Manasarovar Yatra via Lippu Lake to resume on June 30th after 5 years. The trip of Kailash Manasarovar Yatra stands out as a notable religious event of remembrance for Nepali Hindus. This trip will resume on June 30th, 2025 through Lippu Lake Pass in Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. It was suspended from 2020 because of COVID-19 and the ongoing war tension between India and China. This time, 250 devotees will be allowed in groups of 50. This year's Yatra is also historic because for the first time, the Tawaghat Lippu Lake road was completed. Now the entire route from Tawaghat to Lippu Lake is through road. The entire journey is through road. So Kailash Manasarovar Yatra was resumed after 5 years. Saudi Arabia and India agreed to set up 2 oil refineries. As you all know, Modi ji went to Saudi Arabia 2 days back. Saudi Arabia and India agreed to deepen energy ties and cooperate more closely on a wide range of industries including defense, tourism and culture as they seek to strengthen their economies at a time of global turbulence. The country is committed to establish 2 oil refineries in India and collaborate on everything from petrochemicals to electricity, renewable energy and climate policy, according to the joint statement given by India and Saudi Arabia. The announcement came after Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is in Jeddah 2 days back. Indian leader departed shortly after, cutting short his trip in Saudi following the worst attacks on civilians. And you all know that after 2001, this is the worst attack on civilians. So 28 casualties in Pahalgam. Coming back, India-America bilateral trade agreement talks begin in Washington. The first in-person meeting between the chief negotiators of bilateral trade agreement between India and America after the finalization of terms of reference got underway on Wednesday in Washington, with both sides aiming to iron out issues for a faster deal over the next 3 days. As you all know, J.D. Vance is in India and America have given temporary halt for tariff war and sanctions, particularly the 26% tariffs on India. Right now, we have to expedite our trade talks with America. So, we are going to finalize and negotiate bilateral trade agreement with America. This is a big news that is coming up. A tribal organization catering to Kuki Zo aspirations has called for observing May 3rd as Separation Day to mark 2 years of total separation from Meiteis community in Manipur. The Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, said the solemn day would be observed at the Wall of Remembrance for the Kuki-Zo people killed in the ethnic conflict that broke out on May 3rd, 2023. Exactly 2 years back, on May 3rd, 2023, there was a fight between Kukis and Meiteis, and now Kuki community is observing May 3rd as Separation Day. This is bad. This is actually bad. So in India is a land of integrity, unity in diversity, and one group coming and telling that on May 3rd I am going to observe Separation Day. Does it make any sense? Will it make any sense? Think it over. World Bank cuts India's growth forecast for financial year 2026 to 6.3%. The World Bank cut India's growth projection by 40 base points to 6.3 for 2025-2026 as the benefits to private investment from monetary easing and regulatory streamlining are expected to be offset by the global economic weakness and policy uncertainty. So it is not because of Indian economy's weakness, but global economic weakness might hit India's growth projection in the financial year 2025-2026. International Monetary Fund also have cut certain growth projections to India. IMF is studying it is 6.2% for the financial year 2025-2026. World Bank is telling it the growth rate will be 6.3. IMF is telling the growth rate will be 6.2. So around 6.2, 6.3 India's growth rate projection is there. And coming back, Supreme Court tells Tamil Nadu minister to choose between his post and freedom. Supreme Court tells Tamil Nadu minister to choose between his post and freedom. The Supreme Court on April 23rd took stern exception to the continuation of Tamil Nadu Minister for Electricity Prohibition and Excise, Senthil Balaji in office while out in bail for money laundering case linked to cash for job scam. See, the man got bail, the minister Senthil Balaji, and now he is occupying post. Now Supreme Court said, you are on bail, you are already booked for, you got accused on cash for jobs case and you are still continuing as a minister. Whether you want post or whether whether we should cancel your bail, suspend your bail. That's the question Supreme Court asked to Senthil Balaji. Coming back, for the next 4 days in Telangana, the India Meteorological Department have given a warning, red alert, heat waves red alert. And heat waves does not just mean heat waves in the day sunlight, but also the nights are also going to be horrible in Telangana for most of the places where we are going to face warm nights. So vulnerable sections of population, even they should not come out in the evenings also because they may succumb to heat waves. Donald Trump, American president, says Ukraine peace deal is very close, slams Zelensky's stance. Trump is criticizing Zelensky all the time. American President Donald Trump said a deal to halt the Ukraine war was very close, but he criticized Ukrainian leader Zelensky over his refusal to formally cede Crimea to Russia. Why Crimea should be given to Russia? No. Mr. Trump's comments came as American Vice President J.D. Vance warned that the United States would walk away unless Russia and Ukraine agree a peace deal. And as envoys from Washington, Q and European nations gathered for downgraded talks in Britain. So let's see. For Donald Trump, China came out with a good news. Doors wide open for trade talks with US, says China. China said on April 23rd, the doors were wide open for trade talks with Washington. A day after American President Donald Trump signaled the possibility of a substantial lowering of tariffs on China, bringing further relief to global markets spooked by Donald Trump's aggressive trade policies. Mr. Trump also said on Tuesday he has no intention of firing US Federal Reserve Chairperson Jerome Powell. He has no intention of firing Jerome Powell, US Federal Reserve Chairperson.